Oh, it's too low with the fire. Oh well, we tried. What's up? What's up, YouTube?
Mm, live.
What's up, YouTube? You guys are out there. You guys are about to check in. You guys watch this on the what repeat?
The repeat syndication.
Yeah, man. We're a little more comfortable tonight than last week. Holy cow! We just kind of winged it last time. We didn't have our chairs in good places or anything. We tried to give you the fire here, but kind of.
You have to hunch.
I'm gonna have to get some cinder blocks and raise it up.
Yes.
Have it right by us. Be nice and dangerous.
Yeah.
Big flames in our shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
At least we'll be warm.
Yeah. I got some good ideas for topics tonight, so hopefully you guys will join in. Whoever checks in and
Last time we got yours.
yeah, I'm excited. I got some good ideas thinking about camping, like camping stories, like when crazy, weird, unexplained, that kind of stuff. Maybe Bigfoot came by your camp. I know that sounds funny, but we have a story. So
Yeah, we always have stories.
we have a Bigfoot story, of course.
It's gonna fix it.
Yeah, that's a little better higher, huh?
There.
Yeah, we have a Bigfoot story, and we have lots of stories. We do. Yeah. Of course, we have to have a Bigfoot story. But we turned our Bigfoot story into a Bigfoot weekend. We just stayed, and we had the Bigfoot weekend experience. Remember?
It's a mountain lion.
Already?
No.
Oh, that's a Honda Civic with no muffler. You can hear it on the highway. Holy cow.
Last time YouTube liked us better. Gave us all those people right away.
Oh, I don't know what that, It is what it is. We don't have the muscle car in here tonight in the shack. Welcome to the shack.
Mm-hmm. We have the fire.
You might think this is kind of beat up looking tarps, everything. You're right. It really is beat up looking tarps, everything. But this is our shack. It's low investment. You kind of find stuff, you build on it.
Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. That's what it said.
I didn't know I was joining a community.
I was just making that. By that kind of community.
Man. What kind of rules do you guys have in your community?
Did you want to learn more? I should have pressed the button that said learn more.
I watched a news thing today about a religious cult community.
Oh.
Yeah, they look like gangsters. And
Tell me more.
Everyone in this cult worked for the cult business.
What was the cult business?
Pest control.
Oh.
And they were getting investigated for murders.
Oh.
Of their own people.
Well, you gotta watch what you say. Community guidelines. You gotta.
Oh, that's right. Am I violating the community? Okay, they
unalive.
Okay, they unalive people in their community. Apparently,
And then what?
Well, they never got arrested, so I don't think they got arrested. So I don't think it might be ongoing or something. But there was one guy.
Oh, hey, Shelby's here.
Hi.
Welcome to the live chat. And guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines, please.
Policies and regulations.
Oh, how come it didn't? Oh, okay. How are you guys doing? That's what she said.
We're doing great.
Fantastic.
We have a fire going.
We had a hard day today, though.
I gotta make sure my chair doesn't burn up. It's close to the fire there. But in this community, one of the guys decided to leave the community.
Oh, well, that's how it happens.
So he left the community, and then and he was fine. He left, and then he somehow ended up back. It's in L.A. This community. So he ends up back in Hollywood in this community area.
Yeah.
And what does he decide to do there?
Well, I don't know.
Well, he decides to open a pest control company.
I was gonna say that.
Competing against
the cult.
The cult's pest control company. So he gets some kind of a thing saying you need to come meet it was like they have an apostle and like I
An
don't know.
apostle?
Yeah, they have like I don't know. They have names for these spiritual cult people or whatever. So
Uh-huh.
then he had to meet the head guy, right?
Hey, Michelle's here.
Hey, Michelle.
Oh, it's real. It's all people we know in our real life. You guys are awesome.
We're talking about a cult community that yeah, some of their people went missing by them apparently. but anyways, so
Well, they were pests. They had to control them.
anyways, he's competing and they tried to do it legal. They actually served the guy with a cease and desist letter.
To his pest control company?
And said, you can't do this. This is unright or whatever. You're competing against us.
What?
And
free market,
and
man.
he didn't listen, and he kept going. So then the guy wanted to meet with him. One of the head guys saw him meet with that guy, and they never saw him again.
The guy that opened the other pest control company.
Right. He went to meet the head guy. He wanted to talk face to face, and he went there, and then he disappeared.
Oh.
That was it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
But apparently there's another guy that went missing before, and a 5-year-old.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's what I saw in the news.
Collateral damage.
I don't know why I watch the news. Yeah.
You don't want to be informed? That thing is hot.
I know.
It's like burning me.
Oh, I could close the lid. Oh. Yeah, it's a hot fire. Can you see what people are saying?
Nobody's saying
They
anything.
don't want to talk to us.
They said,
Okay,
hey.
we gotta close this.
They said, hey. That's what they said.
Is that better?
They were, yeah, that's much better. They were riveted by your story of
Oh, the cults.
Cults.
Yeah, the cult
Hold on.
pest control.
cult pest control. Was
Yeah.
that the name of the story?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I clicked on it. I don't know, but
Yeah, I don't know why the chat's not staying.
it's out there when you see that stuff.
Yeah, well,
It's people. I don't like when people go missing. It's like, whoa. It's like, where'd Joe go?
what kind of statement
Joe's
is
gone.
Michelle's thinking of a question.
Okay, well, I have some questions too, for all you guys. I was thinking of some topics tonight.
Oh,
I was thinking maybe like camping stories, like when camping was
Oh.
unexplained or weird.
whoa.
You have a neighbor that just kept coming into your camp, or did you see a hairy thing run by, or something? What do you got? Some-
Maybe that was the same person.
maybe, yeah, it could be, yeah. I don't know. Like we were talking earlier before people joined, we were talking about our own Bigfoot stories. We actually have Bigfoot stories, and we turned into a Bigfoot weekend. We were saying, yeah, we'll have to share some of that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's 3 people here. I don't know who the third person is.
Well, they have a Bigfoot story. They're going to share it in just a minute.
They're typing it feverishly in the chat right now.
Yeah. So.
So Bigfoot. It is Bigfoot. The third person is Bigfoot.
Yeah. I did. That's what I used to. I used to tell. I used to have a shrink. I tell him. I say, well, you think the people are out there? There's Bigfoots, everything. She said, well, I think Bigfoot would adapt and probably use technology for its
What?
benefit. Yeah. So it's probably
Oh,
possible.
no. Oh, it's Ben. He's also watching.
All right, Ben.
Okay.
So what's your camping story? What kind of horror happened out there?
Whoa!
Not
whoa!
like that.
Whoa!
No, scary. Not like that. Like
Horror.
I'm not talking about camping in Vegas. I'm talking about actual. I'm sure that's a whole nother
gracious.
experience out there.
Mm-mm. That's not what we're gonna be.
I heard that Vegas is kind of on the decline, by the way.
That's good.
Yeah, it's not a lot of. They're going broke actually. That's what I heard.
Well, because people are broke, they can't go blow money.
So you have to press this every time.
No,
Oh,
it
okay.
just pops up, and then
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see if I do this. Oh, see, okay, it should stay now. Let's see if it stays. Let's
Okay.
see.
Well, maybe we better start with our Bigfoot story, I guess. You want to start?
Once upon a time.
Okay, once upon a time, we went camping. We're tent campers. And we went up to the Santa Cruz Mountains. The Santa Cruz Mountains in Saratoga.
Yeah,
In Saratoga.
on Skyline.
And we went to this campground way out there, and we had to walk to the campground. You couldn't park near your camp. It was get in. And we went up, brought our stuff. We saw some big deer and stuff. Head up, and man, it's been so many years, hard to remember.
So first the bees came out and
First, like
were
an
like
excessive amount of bees.
like it wasn't like two bees. It was like the whole nest.
Everything
Of
was
bees.
chaos.
Mhm.
Birds,
Yeah. So yeah.
and then birds,
And then deer.
and then deer or raccoon. No, deer.
No. And then
The deer would run like something was chasing them, like they had to get home. They were
and then
freaking out. They would
bats.
just disappear.
Bats.
Oh, it was bats too?
I think
Man,
so.
see, it was bad. Bats came out like crazy.
Hmm.
And then raccoons, they would be out all day too, right? Or no? Right about they robbed all our food.
They robbed all of our food.
They robbed all our food, just left us top ramen. They took
Hmm.
everything else. And then, and they were really aggressive, mean, like they wanted to fight you, like you couldn't win, you know?
Hmm.
That's a whole nother part of the story. But so then what ends up happening is we're like kind of freaked out. We have no food. We just got there, you know?
So we decided, you know what we should do? Stay.
So we stayed, and then it got dark, and all of a sudden the ground started moving like an earthquake,
Hmm.
like it was rocking, you
You
know.
couldn't. It's undescribable.
Yeah, you can't describe it. And then it was a roar, like a. That's what all the animals were scared of. They knew it was coming out. It came
Hmm.
out every night,
Yeah.
and it made the ground rumble, and it was terrifying. And we stayed, but I called my friend and I said, man, you're not gonna believe what's going on here. And then this is before people could really find each other, like maps
It was
and
a
all that
payphone.
stuff.
We called him on a payphone, right?
Yeah, this is before people were so connected. And I told this guy, he's passed away now, poor guy, but he found us actually that he brought us from Texas,
Hmm.
and put up with their gun and everything. And
The animals tried to warn you, Michelle said.
I think so. And so the raccoons were not scared of the Bigfoot.
Hmm.
The raccoons were very aggressive. So I told him what happened with the food and everything. We didn't get into the Bigfoot too much because the first night we thought it was weird. We didn't know it was going to keep happening. So we put lights up on a tree and we sat in chairs at night and let the raccoons come.
I was in the tent. I
Yeah,
had no part of the rest of the story.
So we're challenging the raccoons to keep them out of camp. They started circling us. They put a perimeter around our camp.
It's not even a joke.
I would say, how many raccoons would you say?
I don't know,
Maybe
but
100?
no. Now see, this is where you lose people.
No, I'm not kidding.
They
Think
just,
about the circle.
They just circled. Just you don't have to tell them. What the fuck was that?
What?
What was that?
I didn't hear anything.
Was your mouth?
No.
It sounded like a goat or something.
Okay, well, Bigfoot's not here, but but so raccoons are surrounding. So we did, you know,
Freaked me out.
we're gonna have
Man.
to sit three across. So we watch angles. They would send a raccoon in at different angles, and then we'd have to challenge it with a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the Texan guy, he calls the raccoon in, and the raccoon comes in, and it's right in his face, and he smacks it with a stick.
Yes.
And it didn't make a noise. It just backed up slowly and went
It didn't
back.
even turn and run around. It just backed up. Never
Yeah.
broke eye contact.
Never broke eye contact.
No. See, you heard that too.
It's the tree.
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, I don't really remember the rest of the night. But I know Bigfoot came out again, and the same thing. It was the rumble.
Mm-hmm.
All that happened again. And the other crazy part of this story is not far from us, there was some kind of like a camp for like kids and families or something, and they were all Asian families.
Oh yeah, there was a bunch
It
of
was kids and parents,
Asian
and they
people.
were running around with backpacks on and stuff, and they're just running
Yeah.
all around, and Bigfoot's yelling, and the ground is shaking, and these Asian families with their backpacks are just running around the hill.
Yeah, that's scary.
It was so
Yeah.
wild.
We went home the next day.
We were there 3 nights, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. We were doing a lot of tent camping at that time.
Yeah, but I didn't go. So after that night, we did not camp again. We were going camping all the time, and we didn't camp again for over 10 years.
Until Shelby was born.
Yeah, until Shelby was like 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking like probably 15 years almost.
No.
Okay, 13 years. we didn't go camping.
Shelby's 15.
I don't know. It was a long time. It was a really long time that we didn't camp. I mean, way over 10 years. At least a little over 10 years.
Crazy.
It was scary. We were freaked out, man. So I don't know. That was our crazy story, our Bigfoot story. We didn't see him or anything. We didn't smell him, like people say. We didn't see prints, but everything was shaking. Like you can't explain it,
Michelle asked if we're ready for our trip.
already. I could use a little more maintenance on vehicles, but pretty good. I fixed and packed my wheel bearings on my motorhome the other day and did all that. And of course, I watched some good YouTube videos first. You got to do that. And, I managed to do it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Shelby said Bigfoot is behind your back, right by your head.
He's right there.
If the chat was.
Bigfoot comes. This is for Bigfoot right
No,
here.
you gotta show the one you were showing off last night.
Bigfoot, you need to calm down.
Where's the one from last night?
Which one's last night?
Their last time.
Oh.
No.
This one here.
No.
Is this one? No.
Careful now. That one.
Oh.
Which one of the arsenal?
Hiya. I don't know. I really would try to talk it out, honestly.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
If
you want a treat?
They don't have to know what you're saying. They just have to know your tone.
Look, there's another person here, so go ahead and show it again. We're talking about Bigfoot stories.
Camping stories.
By the way. Okay.
Doesn't have to be Bigfoot. It could have been a crazy raccoon.
I'm trying to think of like the craziest camping story for me, besides that one. Eli is watching the phone.
Oh, that's funny. My dog's on.
Oh, hey, boy.
Eli. Eli, what are you doing, boy?
I'm trying to think, like, I don't know. I remember feeling really in awe the first time I saw, like, the whole sky full of stars. He's growling.
Oh, okay. Don't do that.
That was pretty cool. But I think...
Oh, what, Pillsbury?
Well, I don't know. Whenever we were going way up north in California.
That was Pillsbury.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about, no, you're talking about Bernie Falls? Redding?
Maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
That was pretty cool. But I think this last trip was my favorite.
Oh, yeah, we had a lot of time.
We're gonna have full 2 weeks this time.
Oh, you talking about the beach trip was your favorite?
No.
You mean the one
$395.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I told my daughter, I said, what if I don't come back? And she said, you'll come back, your car's here.
That's a valid point.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
She said, you're not leaving your car.
So we got a couple more people, so
what's up, guys? What's your crazy stories about camping or
whatever?
Maybe a neighbor? Oh, we don't want to go there. Let's not do crazy neighbor stories.
No.
Let's do...
I always think of Steve.
Yeah,
you say
crazy neighbor. Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah,
he passed away.
Peace. Do you have any plans on your trip?
Well, go to an off-grid bar and eat a cheeseburger.
And there's a wildlife refuge that I want to go to. My dog saw the mountain lion face to face one time.
Dang, mine too.
It's the same dog.
Shelby. I was gonna say we're not the only crazy one.
They have planned. We're just
called the Big Tent,
and
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
on the way down, we're gonna stop at Joshua Tree.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna stop. So we're leaving next Friday, and then driving about halfway down to the Grapevine. For those that don't know, we live in Northern California, and next week we're going on a pretty adventurous, our farthest trip. Motorhome.
Yeah, we've been kind of that way before, within like an hour or two.
A couple of times.
Yeah, a couple of times, but it's been 6 years, I think, since we had.
Yeah, the last time we were there was when we went to Disneyland and Joshua Tree.
So yeah, I figured I'd just hose off the RV and check the oil.
Yeah.
I didn't board it.
Pack a couple of ice cubes, ice packs,
Yeah. I'm bringing jumper cables. Jumper cables, too long way to go. Yep. How about what other stories we got from camping? That was the only real experiences we had. Oh shoot! And we parked, and the guy that was in charge of like getting your camp, spot and everything wasn't there. But you can kind of pick a spot and you can pay later.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We picked a spot and everything, And then we went for like a short walk, and then this guy was real friendly, real nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hey, yeah, cool, man. You're
Welcome.
welcome." Everything. I was like, "All right, we're gonna be good." And then he just wouldn't leave us alone, and
Mm-hmm.
he just kept on it and on it. And then,
We decided to walk to Santa Cruz
well,
Beach Boardwalk.
okay, yeah, we did end up taking off, and then
And it was super farther.
oh, we're fine.
It
He's
was
like,
like the
okay.
beginning of
He's like,
Uber.
okay. And then you sure? And then
Come on.
RVs are next to each other, and my dogs are in mine. Like we're parked.
Mm-hmm.
So I get back, and then I finally check in with the woman, and the lady's like, "You need to move your RV right now. You need to move it down to the end or whatever." Like she knew about this guy.
Yeah.
Like she knew something was wrong. She moved us.
Was that guy a permanent resident?
I don't know. I don't know, but he was bad news, man. He was really bad. Like he looked like a normal, uh, like 50-something-year-old white dude. He wasn't broke or nothing. He looked like normal. But I knew these personality traits because where I used to live, there were a couple guys like this. Traits I have to look for, and I knew right away. I knew right away what he was up to.
Oh.
But we ended up moving to the end, and it was cool. We stayed fine tonight, and then we had a space heater on all night. We woke up in the morning, and everything was iced over on the
Oh, I
on the
forgot about
yeah,
that.
like the whole everything was frozen,
Yeah.
whole
And
marina.
we were right on the water too.
Yeah, it was
Remember
pretty
all the
neat.
boats were still decorated for Christmas, lights on them and stuff. And then we found out there was like a parade.
Oh, I
That was
don't remember
cool.
that, but
Yeah, a boat
did
parade.
we watch
Remember?
it? Oh, they
Uh,
did fireworks and stuff, right?
I don't know about that.
I don't know. We had a good time there,
It was
though. We
nice.
had to leave though. After that, we were out of there.
Yeah, never been back either.
My daughter still remembers. That was a learning experience for her. She remembers what
Yeah,
happened. She always says, "You remember that guy? You remember what happened?"
yeah. She just left, I think.
Yeah. What other creepy stuff's happened? I'm
Oh.
trying to think. We had one spot where we were boondocking on the beach, and a guy started doing donuts in an old Nova. You said you went to high school with the guy. You knew who he was,
I don't know. Well, obviously it was in
but
Pacifica,
he
but
he tore it up just right there. And they're doing that near your at that time it was our home. We weren't just traveling, so it was
mm,
like scary for us. We're like, oh my god, is he gonna hit us?
that was a really long time ago.
Yeah,
That was like 20 years ago, almost.
yeah, probably. I see my memory is sharp. People say, oh, he's not too sharp anymore, but what else we got? We got any good ones?
I don't know, but get that lighter so we don't, so I can cook in the morning.
What's your guys' stories, man?
They didn't like the word carny.
Oh man, all right. So we were camping. What's it called? The
Los
the
Baños.
armpit, right? No, what is it? What's that
No,
called? The
the
bathroom.
toilet. KOA.
KOA, which is the bathroom. so we parked there, and there's this man first, right? We go swimming, and there's this guy who pretty cool looking cowboy dude with a cowboy hat, and he's just in the pool and everything. And then he comes up to us and he's like, "Hey, what did he say?" He asked something.
Fire.
He asked if we were gonna have a fire. He said that he wanted to have. I had wood having a fire, and everything seemed okay. And then he started acting really weird.
Bye. Have fun at the play. They're so cultured.
But then he started acting really strange, and started asking about my daughter, asking, I didn't see them, I didn't see her, and all these things. Then he offered me some cannabis, and I was like, no, I'm good, or whatever. And then he's like, well, I don't smoke, but it's for people that I'm
Oh, he
around.
wanted you.
People that I'm around.
He wanted you. He found you.
So
He found you cute.
so he started getting really like, I don't know,
Aggressive?
no, like possessive. Like he wanted to know all kinds of things, and he was upset about like some things in his life, and I realized at this point I need to get rid of this guy. It's like 1 in the morning. and he's talking about, well, we're gonna be tomorrow. We'll hang out tomorrow. Blah, 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 all this stuff. You know, I'll get to know your wife tomorrow. That kind of stuff. I was like, I didn't sleep good that night. I said, oh my god. So then I said, well, we're on our way home. We're almost gonna be home. And I said, well, hey, I don't need this wood. I always have plenty of wood. I said, well, here, I work a deal with him, kind of, right, to leave me alone. So he gave me his number and everything, and then I was like, and then I think he had my number too, so he could have called me, right? So I thought he was gonna call me the next day, but we were leaving that day, so we were like set where we could leave before we saw each other. So that night, though, I didn't want him to come back. I helped him carry the fire pit back to his.
I remember
We
that.
carried the fire pit
Oh
while
my
it was
god.
burning. It was still a fire, and we were carrying it, both of us, to his camp. It was pretty far away, his trailer, and he was a carny. He was there like waiting for the carnival to take off. So we got the fire pit to his trailer, and then that's weird about him. He wanted to get naked. You remember? He enjoyed being naked. Yeah, being naked. And he wanted to be naked, and he wanted everybody to be naked, and
Hmm.
he enjoyed. He asked me how much do I enjoy being naked, and
He wanted to get naked with
he
you.
was really wanting. This carny guy really likes to be naked.
Yeah.
Had
Mm.
had
He likes to be naked.
so
He likes to be naked except for a cowboy hat.
so he's trying to give me cannabis. He's wants me to be naked. He wants to get to know my wife better, and he and
Yeah.
so I figured that's not too good. So 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 I help him carry the fire to his RV, and then I
Was
go,
he naked?
no, we didn't. I told him no. I told him no, and he was talking about how he
'Cause that
gets
was
his.
pretty dangerous. If
Oh, no. And he was telling me that he's getting in trouble at where his actual house is for
well,
being
yeah,
naked
because he
a
likes
lot.
to be naked.
They don't like him outside and stuff.
Most people don't.
So then, so then, so then I got.
Right.
So then at this point, I just want to like get him to like calm down and go back to his RV, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like carrying wood. Like I'm like, you can just have the rest of my wood. It's fine. Let's. Here's the fire. Here's my wood. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, just take it, man. You're stuck here. You enjoy fires. Just take the wood. Just take it, man. I said, well, have a good night and stuff. It's like tomorrow, man. But he must have got the clue, right? He woke up. He realized. And we moved the fire pit. We got up late, and we had a late departure or whatever from the campground, and then we left. We were gone, and I don't think I ever shared all that with you. Yeah. Oh, we got another one. All right.
There's nobody on right now.
Yeah, but this could be watched. I mean, later, right? So I'm doing this for you guys that like to watch after the live's over. Okay, that's what this is for. A good one here. All right, this one.
Got another good one for you.
All right, so in the Great Recession in 2008, 2007, we were just starting out, and like we were saying earlier,
We weren't really just starting out. We were together for 6 years already.
we're starting out of our parents' homes.
Okay.
So this was us like finally wanting to like be independent. Yeah. What was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Something.
Called well, it's a little farming. So they up in there, and there's a RV there, in there part time. So an RV park is like you would see it in a movie,
Trailer park.
like a real trailer park, like where everything's falling apart, like wheels are missing, people are like cooking on shopping carts, like
Trailer park boys.
like the real deal, dude. Like so, but we decided for whatever reason that that's where we're gonna live for the rest of the recession. so we got
That's great.
we got a great deal, and we got to know a few people, and we just partied the whole time, and we had a good time.
Not good.
The problem is that was great, right? But then and then we still go down there to visit places we used to live. We like to go visit. So we get this motor. Hey, let's stay at the old RV park for a night. Come on, man, let's do it. And then she's like, I don't know if I want to go back in there. I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, come on, we'll just go in there. And we won't even bring a fire pit. Like I had faith that I was gonna just ask someone for a fire pit and they bring it to me. It's not like a place where you could rent a fire pit. I'm not even bringing firewood. I'm just gonna put it out there. Sure enough, we pull in, and it's pretty bad. It's really rough.
It was
Eh,
worse
eh,
than when we were living there.
yeah, it was rough, and so we pull in, and all these kids come. That's usually what happens in the ghettos. The kids are always out,
Yeah.
so they want to come see what you have.
Mm-hmm.
So they show up, and they're asking me all these questions and stuff. They're really cool, and I'm like, hey, which one of you guys could give me a fire pit? I'll give you $5. $5 for you, and $5 for the lady that lets me borrow it, or the guy. And so this
Oh
so
my god, I
this
forgot about this
so this
story.
kid this kid brings me a fire pit, and I'm like, right on, man. Here's your $5, man. And then there's a dad, and he's like building the kids' bikes. It looks really cool. Like all these boys are with this dad who's like really like being supportive. And I'm like, this is going great.
Mm-hmm.
So then I go into the manager. She's still the same manager when she was our landlord.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll just give it. I can't see it. They gave me love with almond
Mm-hmm.
firewood, like way more than I
Because it
could
was in the
use.
orchards of
Yeah,
the valley.
I don't even remember how they brought it over with the tractor or the truck or something. I don't know. They brought me a bunch of firewood and just dropped it off. And when we lived there, she did that too. One time, she gave me a. I showed up in my trailer and it was
That's
this
gracious.
piled with firewood. She was really cool. But
I'm just trying to open my tea.
I got the fire going. So we're hanging out. My daughter's hanging out with the kids a little bit, but staying close. And everything's going well. I think we barbecued or we cooked or something. We were having fun. We had the RV hooked up.
Yeah.
And you gotta remember, most of these RVs are set up like, the awnings are falling everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We're just pulled right in that night. We're all clean, and so then there'd be a lot of domestic violences when we lived there. There'd be certain people where it's like every night. The
Yeah.
cops would come, and everything.
A lot of recreational, or I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
whatever.
drugs and stuff, and we were there during the recession, so people
Community
were
guidelines.
really, going through hard times. And but anyway, so this one woman was still living there that I remembered her from when we lived there. And she comes out screaming and stuff, and she's got a dog in her hands, and she's screaming and yelling. And I remember her a little bit fighting, and then she pulls a knife out and she tries to kill the dog.
What?
Yeah, so she's grabbing the knife and she's trying to kill the dog, and everyone's coming out of their trailers and they're like, oh my god. And then her boyfriend comes out, and that guy, the dad that was doing the bikes, he came out, and they grabbed the dog from her, and the boyfriend grabbed her, and they took the knife, and she was screaming, and they're like, oh my gosh, she tried to kill the dog. So then the cops came, and I'm sitting there by the fire this whole time watching this whole thing, and you guys are inside, and then
Again, I'm away from
and
the shit.
I'm just sitting there having a fire, and the sheriffs start driving in, right? And driving, they see me and they wave, and I'm waving at them and stuff. And they go over there, and then they arrest the lady, and then she leaves, and then it's an uproar. All these people that live there are like,
He just tried to.
yeah, and I'm like, no, but yeah, there not much with a knife and stuff, but it was pretty bad. But these people, they acted like this is the first time they've ever had anything like this happen before. They were so uncomfortable and so upset, and they were coming to me at my fire. You
I'm
know,
just looking to see what the color is outside.
they were coming to me to my fire. All these people that night, they all were coming to me, and they were hanging out, and they were like, "Oh my god, how are you so calm right now? How can you do this?"
Shelby said, I heard a mountain lion outside.
Oh, okay, thanks for the warning. That means we have one outside. But it was
The frog.
it was crazy, man. And then everybody's like, "How could you be so calm and everything right now?" And then I explained I used to live there, and I remember. I don't know if you guys got some stories. Share it.
Yeah, we got a couple people in here now, so
Yeah,
we're just talking about crazy camping stories. But if you have random comments or something that
Bigfoots and maybe
he really wants
animals,
to hear Bigfoot stories, so
or just
you know,
wildlife encounters. I don't know. We had some crazy stuff. People are always the craziest.
hmm
What other crazy stories we got?
I don't really know too many crazy animal stories. I guess.
Mostly just here where we live now.
hmm
Yeah, actually, where we are right now, there's a mountain lion.
Last week we heard it
You
a
could
little
hear
bit.
it. I watched the video after, and
You
I
did
and I could hear
good.
it like when we said we could hear it. You could hear it one time.
Really?
Yeah, but I heard it with my earphones on.
Oh, So you have to and you
Yeah.
have to know like what you're listening for.
Yeah, I backed up and you could just barely hear it.
Yeah, you have to really want to.
But yeah, that was a crazy one too.
That's cool, man. So what are we doing tomorrow?
You said you were busy.
I'm making just one batch of bagels,
Okay.
and then I'm done.
You're done. I don't know.
Wow.
I'm gonna try to sleep in, which means probably 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go from there. I get up too early. Last night I stayed up till 11. Oh man.
I was up at 3:30 this morning. I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna go." You're alive.
Trying to think of if there's any more camping stories. I think that's it.
All right. Well, let's see. Where have we camped? We have camped in.
Oh, in Pillsbury, but we didn't have a whole lot.
No.
We stayed like 2 weeks in Pillsbury, like 2 times, I think.
We drove a lowered 5.0 on the road to Pillsbury.
Yeah, that was crazy. While they were grading,
Lake in really highly northern California, and it's got a crazy road. So crazy to say I survived the road to Lake Pillsbury.
Yeah, and we drove a Mustang 5-speed lowered up there.
Like a 86 or
88.
something.
88. Yeah, it was wild, man. And I don't even remember. I don't even know. Safe about like, I don't even
broke the cast iron cooktop.
That was crazy. It was like this thick on the, it was like a brick barbecue with the cast iron top. We were cooking our breakfast and stuff. And for some reason, I don't know why we even had that much water. Someone dumped water on it. And when they dumped water on it, it was so hot, it split it in half.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. That was wild. That's the only thing I really remember, except for
the stars.
Oh yeah, the stars.
That's where
were
the
beautiful.
stars were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was winter.
I remember Bernie Falls. Did we do that a lot?
Once.
Once.
Yeah, we went one time. Yeah.
People that got married there.
Yeah, we went there one time, and we left early because it was raining, and I guess we weren't really.
Oh, that's our boat. That's a good story. The boat.
Is that? Oh yeah, that's a good story.
That is a good story.
Bad weather.
It was really bad weather. So what do? You rent a boat.
So that we found out they had boats. Right, we want to go out on the lake with a metal boat and let us do it. They showed up and gave us a boat and said, "I've never rented one in the rain like this." And we went out there. We were out there. Let's forget it. I didn't tell anybody we were leaving. I was like, whatever, right? We left. I got a check in the mail for the day that I left. They sent me a refund. I told them, and they sent me. Yeah.
I'll have chatty people this evening.
I'm trying to think. Anything else stupid, crazy?
Put that.
Well, yeah, I mean like that, but I mean like,
Oh, so far.
Wow, that's a hard one.
I think. Oh, what's your favorite thing to bring off grid?
To bring with you?
To do bring off grid.
Well, a fire pit. If there's not one there, you got to bring a fire pit if you're allowed. That's number one for me. And then if you could bring a barbecue so you could cook a steak's always nice too.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you got to bring board games.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's your favorite thing to do being off grid?
Oh, like our lives. Well, this is fun. Fires. It's kind of the same thing. Doing fires. Yeah, watching the season is pretty fun, and just getting to know the wildlife in your area is pretty cool. There's a lot of wildlife here. There wasn't at first when we moved here because it was all burned, but now that it's becoming a big bush, we got lots of wildlife now.
Do you cut wood?
No, I buy it from the local wood guy. I get lots of wood, and no, I cut wood. I bought wood one time since we lived here. That's in 6 years, and I bought a little. I've cut my own wood for 6 years. which is pretty
To the
cool.
naked guy at the. So proud.
Look at naked, big naked on there. What the heck? Oh, it's cat.
Sounds like a dog though.
Yeah, they do that. That's mating. We'll know for sure if it travels. He's got louder.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. There's a mountain lion. You hear it?
She heard it too.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
It's like barking.
yeah. I've seen a video recently where they were doing that. They had it on camera. Like, hey, I'm here. Like not their own clique, but out external. They're looking for
Well,
lions.
yeah, you don't want to inbreed
They're looking
your
for other
kittens.
lions, that aren't from
Your
here.
kittens.
Yeah.
And we had 3, and then they all disappeared.
Where we live, we actually know where the mountain lions live, kind of.
Yeah.
And so there is different mountain lions, and there's some that's down this way. There's some up that way, and there's some back here.
Yeah.
And they all kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've been following along for a long time. You know that that we have captured some sounds before, which is pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's hard to catch them.
Why do you look like that? Oh my god! No,
It's
stop!
there.
Stop!
No,
Don't
I'm
point
kidding.
at me. It's not me.
It's back there. No, I'm just
That
kidding.
was your chair.
How's this fire going? Let's see.
It's hot.
Is it hot? I'm gonna have to add some though, so don't go out.
Whoopsie. Oopsie doopsie. How about this one?
Why didn't put?
Is a mountain lion gonna have a nice dinner?
Not funny. Who said that?
Shelby. Not that one.
Why?
Because I was gonna put this cute little one in there.
This one could be good. Sparks in that. You want to put it? Go ahead.
No.
I'm gonna put 2 in there.
Hmm.
I don't have to deal with it for a while. All right, we got the fires good.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to tell you. I got our YouTube our end of the year wrap up, our wrap for being a creator, and we got so it says, I forget the exact day. I think it's September 14th, 2011 is when we started our YouTube channel, and we've shared 5,400 something minutes. Or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to look later.
See, I share 5,000 minutes of my life with everybody.
Our lives.
It's our life. Sometimes it's all of our life. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just me talking.
83% actually. That's what the analytics said. It said 83% of your videos is this guy on screen.
Oh,
Going like this.
oh my goodness! But
And then his wife saying, okay.
But it's important.
Okay.
It's important. No, she tells me like, okay. But
that's what I just said.
Yeah, it's important that you guys listen because I have wisdom sometimes. People that know listen, they're going behind. They have to, Sometimes you can't listen to the people closest to you. Did you know that?
I don't know. I wish there was more people because I have a very important question. Are you not listening to me?
They can't hear.
Huh?
People can't hear.
Hello?
Oh, you were talking? What was it?
Hello? Can you hear me out there? Hello? Hello? Your mic's muted. There was somebody on there.
Our mic's muted. You can't even hear us this whole time? Oh my goodness.
Music to my ears.
Yeah.
Roaring now.
Yeah, that's perfect. You
want to open it a little bit, the door?
He said it's too hot.
I can't hear you. JK.
He said it's too hot. Ooh.
Oh my god. Oh.
They can't see it, huh?
Ah. Oh my god, that's too hot. Close it.
You got the fire
It's
on
like an
there.
inferno.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's better.
There we go. Gotta keep warm in your shack, you know. Gotta have that toasty fire. So we did camping stories. What else we got? How about? Oh, I got a good one.
Yeah, this time it's not giving me questions. Remember last time it was like,
Yeah, that was good.
do you live in your shack?
Not yet. Uh, mostly only when there's huge storms. That's when I like to be in my shack. But no. But you know what? You follow us long enough, we might be in the desert in some shacks. You never know. But right now, we got a pretty nice place we're living
So keep following along.
in. Yeah.
Oh,
But
Shelby.
what was I gonna say? Oh, I got a good one.
I got another good one for you. Who says that? It was the guy I used to watch all the time when you would watch. What's his
oh,
Dan?
oh yeah.
All
All
right,
right,
what do you got,
so
Dan?
these are our next topic.
Okay.
Being pulled over.
Oh, come on. No.
No, not a good one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was kind of questioning that. Okay. How about? Hmm, thinking hard. Well, you guys got somebody's got to have an idea. What else is crazy?
Oh, man.
I'm trying to think. Man, pulled over is a good one. Okay, what do we got?
I got pulled over yesterday in my 1946 wagon Bel Air.
Really? That's awful. We get more respect here in our old cars.
It's Shelby.
I knew it was 46 wagon.
Is that even real?
I think it's close. I think it's close.
To the average person, that was believable.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna question it.
Must be the tube.
The tube? We're not watching TV.
What the fuck was that? That was a bridge breaking. I don't know where. Out there.
Well, you never know what's going on around here. We're prepared enough. We think.
52 minutes.
Cool. One thing I would like to talk about, actually, now I think
Why
about
do
it.
your hands look like? Look at his hands. He's so serious. Oh, you changed it.
One thing I was thinking about was
Oh. What's your escape route? What's the plan? Stay safe. You've been watching the PG&E commercials there?
well, we have a bat and a knife and an axe and a Toyota in here that we can hop in if we really have to. We have a car in here, so I don't know. We're doing our best. I don't want to get stuck in the car all night. That's for sure.
The plan is actually, if that happens, that we have someone up in our house that's going to come out and is going to take the heat for us.
The truth is that if this did happen, end up with a problem tonight, I actually kind of have to fight back because I don't want it to think it can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So probably she would go in the car and I would fight it.
Hmm.
That's probably my plan. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because you can't let it intimidate you, and you got to fight back.
So what you're saying is I'll have a mountain lion coat?
I don't want to kill it, but I won't tell it to leave.
If it's you
No, it's not gonna want to.
or
It's not gonna fight to the death. It don't want to do that. I'm not exactly.
no, absolutely not. The answer is no. She said if that happens, you want me to let Eli out.
Never let the dog out. No.
The Baja men wrote the whole for.
Mm. So what was I talking about? I had a story. Something I was thinking.
Who let the
about.
dogs out? If you didn't get the
Oh.
reference.
So my I think lately, like off grid living, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
we live
Yes, we do.
off grid, but it's
Yeah.
very kind of it's not a fancy place,
Mm-mm.
but for off grid, it's kind of a fancy place.
It is. That is true.
So
Mm-hmm.
it functions like a house. It looks like it is a
True.
house, and
Yes.
it functions like a house,
Uh-huh.
right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of different, right? Than most people watch people in sheds, maybe yeah, maybe tents. I don't know,
We live in a double wide.
yeah, stuff like that, right? So my thoughts are is what's better, or
Or
or is it better to be more simple with sheds, composting toilets,
well,
jackeries maybe with some solar instead of a solar system, a jackery, a good jackery with solar panels that you can move around instead of a house. Because the jackery is replaceable, it lasts like 10 years. It's easier to deal with, right? You just punch it. It's in your living area. You can, you know, adjust it and know everything, right? And then like your house, right, itself. So like you have a real house, you got to pay taxes on that and stuff. If you have a shed, you pay less taxes, or maybe you don't pay any at all. So what's better, the house or the shed? What about composting toilet and like a regular sink? Like with regular, I don't know, some kind of hillbilly water off grid kind of setup, or like us, where it's more professional with a well and everything that you have to maintain: septic, well, house, solar system, taxes. What's the right way to do it? I guess it would depend on the person, but what is better? Like if you're going to do it off grid, should you really be doing it so worldly, or should you be doing it more like with the purpose of like financial freedom, cheap repairs, knowing how to repair the things that you have, um, keeping it simple? Maybe a buddy heater and maybe a wood stove, cheap land that's instead of nice special land, that people want, like desirable land. Instead of that, how about like worthless land?
what's happening, guys?
What was
It's just
it?
leaves.
No, it sounded more than me. But how about worthless land? Land that nobody wants.
Well, is it a toxic dump site? Because I don't want that.
No, no, there's nothing wrong
So
with
you
it.
said simple though, okay? So simple, but composting toilets is not simple.
It's very simple.
Yeah, but you have to clean it, maintain it.
Maybe every 3 or 4 days, you take care of that. But
Okay, every 5 years you have someone come pump your septic.
what if your pump goes out?
I don't
What's
know.
Then you're gonna pay $2,000 or more dollars. What if what about the initial cost of a septic if you don't have one? What about clogging? You know,
That's leaves.
like there's so much stuff, right? Like well pumps, septic pumps, plumbing. You can have a very simple setup that is so simple that it's almost fail proof. Like the land could be so worthless. The land could be so worthless but fine that your taxes are like 200 a year or something like that.
I think for me, I would just want like what we have here, and then on paid off land.
But you have to tax it. So in our situation, if we own this, we would be paying 2,500. No, it's more than that. It'd be getting closer to 3,000 a year in taxes. So what's that a month? 200 and
Okay.
a little over 250 a month, maybe it would be in taxes. And then you would be responsible for repairing anything that went bad: well, septic, solar,
Well, we have
whatever.
to do that now.
Right, but we're talking about if we didn't have those things, if it was different, right? The easier way over the more real fancy way. The pros and cons of a simple. I watch these people that are doing it really simple, and I don't know how much they're going to complicate it. They have dreams. A lot of people start out with a shed or something and they dream bigger. They think they're going to get a mobile home or a tiny house or something, something better. And a lot of times it doesn't happen. They either don't make it that far or they just don't have the money. Life catches up with you. And you finally decide that, well, this is what we got.
Well, I think for me, if it was just me by myself, I could do it with a shed.
Me too. But I don't want to be responsible for everybody else's stuff.
I said by myself.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. Because our well was down for 4 months. And I was doing a lot of the water, and it was a lot of work to try to keep the house functioning as close to the well
And
working.
I did all the laundry.
Right. She did a lot of work, but it was trying to keep the house as close to normal as possible. We were trying, and it was a lot of work to do that. I think if everybody was responsible for their own water systems and their own toilet system, and then as far as showering go, probably have a communal outdoor shower or shower house, some kind of a shower house.
I really like the one that Aja has.
She's got a lot of good setups, yeah, for sure.
But she's got a little more money, right? She had more money to initial.
Well, I think she did have some money, but I think overall, she had a lot of help. She's a very community oriented kind of they call it a tribe,
Yeah.
so she has a group of people where they're all taking care of each other, and she's the landowner, and they all come and stay on her land, for different times, and and they help.
Events.
If you stay, you're gonna help. You're gonna work. You're gonna
Yeah, but I think that's what
projects and
the community is, though, right? Like,
yeah,
like that's what this uh mindset is, right? Okay, so like today I'm talking to my coworkers about what we're doing. What we're doing for 2 weeks or whatever. They were blown away when we went for 2 weeks in July when we went down to or over to Highway 395, and then when I told them like we were showering in the river and like doing all of these things, like they were like, "Oh, that's cool. Okay, anyway, or whatever." And like I don't know what they thought we were going to do like
they,
in Quartzsite, but like today like I was like, we're going to be off grid. Like we're going to be like we live off grid, but we live in a house, but basically like we're taking that off grid mindset and making it even more so now in our on our trip because
boondocking.
we're not going to have access to a well. It's only our holding tanks. And so anyway, I don't know. It's just I
So
guess
they were
they
asking about like, are we staying at a RV park or something like that?
well because they were asking me, oh, so what, like kind of like what they were asking us earlier on here was oh, what's your plans down there? Oh, I don't know.
The
We're
big
kind
tent.
of just feeling it out. We're going somewhere we've never been before, so we don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Obviously you do research and you say, oh, I'd like to go see this or go see that or whatever, but you know I was explaining about the Jackery and having the panel, and then I tested the panel, and
Yeah.
it's alternative, right?
Our lifestyle is different than a majority of people, but I would say that it's not just about money. Uh, it is about money, but if I had money, I think I would still be doing this.
Well, yeah, I would just do it more often. Like I love California and I love exploring California, and there's still plenty of California. That's where we're from. There's still plenty of California to explore or re-explore or explore differently or whatever. But I really want to see more. Like I want to see Utah, and I want to see Washington and the rainforest in Washington, and I want to explore Louisiana. I want to get out of California and experience more. You know, than just California, which is beautiful and has everything.
Yeah, and we did a lot of that.
We have.
Yeah.
We haven't done a lot of Northern California, like high up, like Fort Bragg is still somewhere. Like Humboldt, we haven't gone up there. We haven't.
Well, unfortunately,
Yeah.
people come missing.
That's any national park too.
Yeah, but up that way, it's known.
I think really the next like camping that is not to see family that I want to do is like Utah. I think
Yeah,
that's
I
kind
like
of
that
like
too, but it's yeah, it's beautiful. Where we're going, I saw some videos because a lot of people camp there. I watch them; they're YouTubers and stuff. And I was watching some videos last night, and there's coyotes quite friendly this year, like coming into your camps.
really.
Yeah, quite a few that are coming out, and they're getting chased out, and then they come back with it, like looking at you like, "What? You kicked me out of your camp?" You know, they come
Well,
back.
raccoons are trying to domesticate themselves. Did I tell you
Oh
that?
yeah, I heard they got smartphones.
That's, no, they see cats and dogs inside and they're like, I want that.
Raccoon probably be better than a cat. I don't know.
So you're saying I can get a raccoon? Actually, they're illegal to have in the state of California. You cannot own a raccoon as a pet.
There's a raccoon that lives in our covert every year. He's not here all year. He's here part of the year, and my dog likes to harass it, and
They're friends.
it puts its paw out and like throws rocks at my dog.
And the dog
My
brings
dog
its
like
toys.
yeah leaves his toys there and stuff. But not only that, somehow my dog knows that right when the sun comes up, that the raccoon will be out.
Because the raccoon's coming home.
So right when that happens, the dog licks my face to wake me up and wants to go out and see his friend. So I've been letting him out, you know, right around sun when the sun comes up, which I shouldn't because of the cats, but it's only part of the year. It's like what 2 months or some 3 months he does
Mm-hmm.
this, but I don't know. They haven't hurt each other or anything.
Where's the next place you want to go?
Shola,
Not
Arizona.
Arizona. We're going to Arizona.
Well, I want to, I have plans for my life, which people. It's my.
Congratulations.
I have a
Some
five.
people don't.
I have a 5-year plan. So that's how I do things. I want to be real strict with my planning and stuff and portfolio.
Yeah,
No.
but you have some.
Yeah.
You have
no.
some IRAs that are coming.
The IRA is not taxable right now.
I think that's like retirement or something. I don't
Yeah,
even think that's
an IRA.
CD. That's what it's called.
An IRA
CDs.
is separate than your retirement account. Yeah.
I don't have either, so.
And I know this because I pay attention to the world, even though I'm not really in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but anyway, so my plan, God willing, God may keep me where I am. But what I would like to do, what I keep in my pocket, right, is to live, maybe get some property around Sholo, Arizona, live off grid, and then spend half the year hanging out with friends and other YouTubers that are all around, making in their camping channels and travel channels.
And
They
so
all
very excited.
they all come together in Courtside.
Mm-hmm.
They all come together and they spend time, have potlucks and bingo and karaoke. It's just paradise. It's my Disneyland, right? So I want to experience it. So we're gonna experience that part of it, the Courtside part of it, and then next time I want to go is 3 hours away to Sholo. And I want to go there and I want to experience what's in town, what it looks like. Maybe drive through some rural areas, just kind of get an idea, and then at least I have an idea. Is that what I want? That's kind of my plan. I don't know. I really like it here where we are, but we've been here a long time. We've been here now.
6 years.
No, I mean in the county.
I think it's like 15 years.
Oh, it's longer than that because of the little one.
17 years.
Yeah, 17 years. So we've already been here 17 years. We'll probably be here a couple more. So, we're going to be here almost 20 years. That's beautiful and it's been great and it's a pretty great place to live.
Yeah, the fire's hot.
But I'm kind of ready to move on, to experience more. I'm ready for more. And when I moved here, I was younger and I was cutting wood and I was mountain man in the mountain, full of energy and running around. But I'm slowing down. I'm starting to slow down. I know that. And so potlucks in the desert and walks with my dog.
Not his wife, with his dog.
Well, you're always welcome.
Uh-huh.
And then and then also, a property that doesn't really grow, right? The desert doesn't grow a lot, so there's not a lot of yard maintenance and stuff. You kind of just clear some land, put some rock down, and that's your homestead. You don't have to do much, Like we were talking earlier, a very simple homestead that's cheap to fix, very simple. Um, I mean, I could live that way. A lot of people that live like we do now, uh, even though our system's not too bad, but a lot of people that live like we do now, like our land is hard to maintain. But if you live like we do now, a lot of people have to leave at a certain age, because they just get to a point where they can't do it anymore.
That's, I mean,
So if you do it in the desert, you won't have that age problem. You know,
mm,
you'll reach a point maybe where it gets to be a problem, at some point, but it'll be much longer than it was in the mountains like we live. You know, you know. If now if this property was paid off, we could neglect it more, right? And then you could live longer if you got old or whatever. And people do. I've heard lots of stories of people that own land out here. When you're at the deli waiting on a sandwich or whatever, you're talking to an old timer telling stories. They like to tell you things, and they'll tell you, "I got 10 acres, and I used to keep it clear here and that, and now I'm just too old. I just keep it clear around the house." You know, that's what happens a lot. So if you guys go off grid, anybody watch this video, think about these things. Like if you want this to be a long term off grid for you, you got to remember your age. You're going to slow down at some point. You got to remember the land maintenance. It's not just your house and your systems, but you know, bushes, trimming trees. For us, our property burned in a fire, so it's coming back. So you have to trim and cut, and there's it's without equipment, it's pretty much impossible to keep up. But we're trying to do around the house, keep around the house good, and keep our roads on our property open. That's our goal, and it's still a lot.
yeah.
You know, I don't know. We do our best, but yeah, think about that. Think about what amount of energy will this property that I'm going to require, and the way I build this property or the way it is built already, what amount of energy does it take to keep it day to day? How much work do I have to do every day, and will I be able to do this work when I'm 60 years old, 70 years old, 80 years old? You know,
90.
there's old timers around here that are in their 70s. They're in better shape than me, but that generation is gone. We're not there's very few people that are built those people, that generations.
Oh, because the food they eat, all of it.
Yeah, we are not healthy like that. We're not strong like that. There's been an energetic decline in humanity, probably ever since technology started.
Wonder why.
Well, it is. It's a huge decline.
Phones.
It's a huge decline.
People want to watch other people's lives. I mean, not there's nothing wrong with that. You guys are doing that right now, and but at some point you got to get off the couch and
Yeah, it's hard
make
for
your
me
own
too.
adventures, right?
Yeah, it's hard for me too. And like I used to wrench all the time. I was gifted like that. I had fun with my old cars. Had a lot of fun, and I lost that. It's just kind of been gone. I can do simple things, but I don't enjoy it like I used to. But the other day I did brakes and packed wheel bearings on my RV, and I felt really proud of myself that I did it, and I didn't get upset, and I enjoyed myself. I It was almost like when I used to wrench as a child, when I was 11, 12,
It's
13
cool.
years old. Yeah. But you got to remember, you don't want to have to build two homesteads. I've seen people do that where they build a cabin and then they're like, oh, this isn't the right land. I have to build another cabin,
Hmm.
you know,
I know somebody like that.
or, stuff like that where they get, or, maybe there's a neighbor. They're like, oh, I don't want to be around neighbors.
Now you gotta lift my car and paint it.
Well, I'll pop the back tire so it's low in the back, and then I'll jack up the front. That ought to work, huh? I don't know.
No. It's a slow night. but we're planning on continuing this. She said, "Oh, we're planning on continuing this, even on our vacation. I'm not sure how exactly we'll do that next Friday because it is a travel day
Yeah.
for us, and the plan that where we will be next Friday will not. It'll be a rest stop somewhere. So maybe we'll be coming from inside the RV.
I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. We'll at least try. We'll
We're on
try.
data right now, so you know. Um, and then definitely while we're in Quartzsite, and if you're gonna be in Quartzsite over the next 2 weeks,
Yeah, that's
let
cool.
us know and whatever. We're not cool enough to have a meet and greet.
No.
Maybe next year.
We got to fill it out. There's other YouTubers there I want to meet. I don't know if I will or not. We'll see how I feel.
Can't wait to see you there.
I'm glad you're gonna be there.
I'm glad your parents are giving you a ride. I want to meet you guys.
Yeah, I think we're pretty likable. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So
But yeah, so camping stories we had. What we had? We had.
a lot of crepes,
So we talked about camping. We talked about
mountain lions.
animals. We talked about homesteading off grid.
Hmm.
Now, homesteading is different. I mean, off grid. Homesteading is when you're gonna be self sufficient. Animals. Anybody that's a homesteader will tell you that you can't be 100% a homesteader.
It's not possible.
Right. Anyone will tell you that. Because even back in the old days, when what is it like way, I don't know what year, but even then they did trade. Right. You trade with people.
Because you can't do it all.
Can't do it all.
Like we can't really garden here.
And that's one thing about where I want to move in the desert. It's like that. It's all trade and helping and community.
Yeah.
But we have that up here.
Yeah, we
You
do.
kind of dived into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
there is.
There is. You just have to find your people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I found that for our community here, it's all on Facebook.
That's weird, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm sure it was word of mouth before, but now it's
Someone dangled
Facebook.
the carrot.
You know, at least for that hunting. I don't know. I haven't really seen anything else like in that like that actually since I've been looking on there.
I don't know. It seems
It's
like
more about, oh, your dog. Whose dog is this? And does anyone know anyone who can do this for free?
oh, for free. Wow.
Well, it's not all of them, but it's a lot of complaining. So,
The funniest thing about I learned out here recently, because we're starting to get to know people in our community, is that they're not all from here.
no,
They
a
look
lot are
like it.
not.
They look like it. You would think they were like generational, and they're not. They're from like kind of like towards where we're from.
Bay Area.
Yeah, a lot of them. It's pretty funny. I was accepted from day one, man. Remember? When we went to railroad.
Mhm.
You're
Mhm. Mhm.
you know what, was shocked. Remember, she couldn't believe how well we adapted up there.
Mhm. It's probably a suicide mission. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Well, oh, sending us there.
Mhm.
I thought I had a epiphany about
Mm.
that. Not all gifts are from God,
Mhm.
but God will use all things for His glory.
Mhm.
Well, that wasn't really a godly. We were being used for her agenda or whatever.
Mhm.
And then when it fit their agenda to mess us up, to do what they did to us, that was fine too, right?
Mhm.
Um, so, it looked like this beautiful thing, moved to the country, all this stuff. But the truth was, it wasn't God doing that for us.
Mhm.
You know, I don't think it was.
Yeah.
But we learned about coming from a place where everything's so expensive and coming up into these hills and seeing the possibility of ownership
Mhm.
for us.
Mhm.
We were like, what? You could
Well,
own still? I gave up on owning before we even were like, we weren't
so
even.
hot.
I'm sorry.
No, it's I just gotta. I'm afraid my like gonna melt.
We were so young, and we already knew we would never own. And you know that trailer park I told you about? That one that was really a trailer park, with the knife lady and the dog and everything. All right, well, there was a guy there that I kind of knew. He was a veteran, and we were just talking about the economy back then. It was like getting into almost 2009, and he was struggling, and we would talk, and then he said, and I told him, I'm never gonna own a house. It's crazy out there. I said, I'll never own a house. He goes, Brandon, you go look at that nice trailer you just bought. Why would you say you can never own a house? He's all, look at what you have right now. You could own a house someday. You don't know that.
He was right.
And he was right. And you know what? And then we came up here. We saw the possibilities out here. And we paid a lot. It's a lot here for us. But we did it. And he was right. It is possible. So, like, if you have, like, that want to own, which is not always that great anymore unless you own outright. But if you really have that want to own, sometimes you could move. I know people leave the states and stuff, but you don't always have to, or not states, but leave their state. But you don't always have to leave your state. You just need to leave the cities, find a rural
That's
area,
true.
and then, like we were talking about, the off grid shed kind of idea. If they allow it, which is not a lot of places, but if they allow it, um, what, a piece of land's 20,000 or less, and then the shed is like 5-6 thousand. You can do that, and sometimes you can make payments on these things too. You make payments on the shed, and then you could make payments on the land through the owner sometimes, and then you work a deal, like have it all written correctly, with a lawyer. And but I learned there was a thing about these sheds. They're not stupid. The shed people. A lot of people come together and they try to, like, let's say, like, we had friends, right, and we're all like, man, I'm tired of paying rent. This is bull.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's getting evicted, and
Right.
I can't even eat. And hey, we should buy some land, man. Let's get
Yeah,
some
man.
land and some chickens,
Mm-hmm.
and let's get some of those
A
sheds.
homestead.
Let's put sheds. Live in sheds, man.
Yeah, man.
Let's do Joe, you're right, man.
Okay,
Let's do it.
get what
All
is
right,
it?
all right. So you go to the shed place and you're like, hey, I'm here with my friend Joe. We're getting some land. We're getting chickens. And then they're like, all right, but you can only get two sheds on payment. You can't
Um.
get more than two sheds at a time.
Oh, but that's not forever.
Right, we gotta pay them off.
Right, and then you can get more sheds. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
so that's the one thing. You can't, like, have like six buddies and, like, everybody wants to get sheds and stuff. It doesn't work
just
like
go
that.
to another shed company.
Maybe, but if they pull up on you with the properties like Shedville, you look like their storage lot. When they drive in, it looks like their lot. They're like,
No, no, no.
I don't know. There's, no matter how down you are in the economy and what's going on in the world, there's always a way out, man. And you just got to do it legally. Find a place where you can thrive. You'll never thrive where you can't thrive, right? So you put yourself somewhere where you got hope and you can thrive. If in with the money and and the resources that you have available.
You're so positive.
It's true. It's true. You never give up.
Some sparkles.
Never give up. There's
Never give
people
up.
that live in vans. You'll see them. You'll say, "Oh man, look at that guy in the beach there with his van." You're like, look down on him or something.
Mm.
But he's happier than everybody else. He got no bills. He's eating steak and he's got his dog. Great relationship with his dog. And maybe he's even got a good relationship with a girlfriend or a wife. And they're just happy in their van, living cheap and free. We shouldn't judge people for their decision, right? And then you got the person making the couple, right? The couple makes 200,000 a year, and their mortgage is like $6,000.
Yeah.
They got student loan debt, $150,000
Yeah. Oh
dollars.
God.
They got 4 kids. They're all doing sports,
Oh God.
and they got like two purebred dogs that are always in the vet, and they got maybe 3 car payments and 5 cell phones, and they're trying to make more and more money, side hustles, selling things, just to keep that going. That's slavery. You're a slave
You
to.
just really love to test the community guidelines, huh?
It's true.
I'm
What's
gonna
it
make
saying?
a list.
What's
I'm
it
gonna
saying
make a
about
list
words I
of
can't
words
say?
you can't say.
All right, look. What's it saying in the Bible that
God.
if you have a loan, you're a slave to the debtor,
Yep,
right?
it's true.
In our society, that's what we are.
Oh, God, that's all I see.
That's what, for the most part, all of us are to some point, but some are really that far
Some
and
degree.
miserable, you know, and miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming out there. It's TikTok videos. People are just constantly telling there's this is money here, this job, this. Now people are making videos about beating the system, get into a place, and they don't pay any rent after, and they see how long they can stay before they get evicted. Yeah, and they call it winning. They're beating the system.
I mean,
You,
what's it really matter, right? You got, I mean, it just goes on your credit, and your credit's already shit, and
and
then you just claim bankruptcy, and then you start again,
well, that's a whole nother one. And
right?
then the car,
Right?
the guy said I got a full fridge and my car's downstairs, but he hasn't paid rent in 4 months. And then I saw one. This guy got on. This is
Mm-hmm.
not legal advice. This is not legal advice at
Wow, you
all.
just claimed yourself.
This is serious. This
And
is
maybe
so,
you shouldn't say it.
this dude said this, and it was pretty smart, but you could get sued.
Oh God.
So this guy said I owe it was like $30,000 or something in student loan debt, or $20,000 or something. He's like, I can't do bankruptcy for my student loan debt.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, so I apply for credit cards. I lie about my income. I get my credit cards up to $20,000. I pay off my student loans, and then I go into bankruptcy. It's all gone. That's what he said. That dude, you can't. He's lying about his income. That's where he screwed up, probably.
You mean that from a God perspective?
That's fraud at
Oh
that
my
point. I
God.
don't know, but think about that. Like, wow,
Hmm.
is that what we've come to?
And he makes a TikTok about it.
And he puts it out there, and then he it was very short and sweet, and then that was it. That's what he said. He said it, and then that was it. End of video.
That's not good.
Just think about that. What if everyone started running up credit cards and doing that? Just imagine and paying off their student loans, and you know what? People are too lazy to do that. That took time. He had to apply. He had to lie. He had to build it up to that amount, not spend it, and then use it. If you're that clever, you should just pay your student loans. You know what I mean?
Maybe he got a teaching job. He can't do that.
Okay, so he got a teaching job. He can't afford his student loan, and then I don't know. I heard another thing too. Where like, all right, well, we can't afford to pay our student loan. If we're paying the student loan, we're not paying something else. You know, that's the bottom line. So that's what he said. You want to take it from us here? You take it from our check. There's one person said that what you do is that this is the world now. So like you do the living thing where you get in and you don't pay your rent, and then with your student loans you don't pay it, and then when they start taking it out of your check, you quit your job, and then you go get
It's
another
like
job.
child support.
Yeah, you go get another job, and you just keep. That's your cycle, your life cycle.
Well, not for me, man.
That's why you need sheds and property. Worthless property
Not
with
legal
sheds.
advice either. It's a terrible mistake.
Terrible, awful decisions. You should be godly about your debts. But honestly, uh, I think the humble thing to do would be live in a cheap situation and pay your debts off.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know, but I don't know. I went off into a whole new thing. But
We're at an hour and a half now.
I think we're getting close to calling it. We didn't have too much traffic tonight, but I'm hoping that people will enjoy it later. That's what I'm hoping. We
Maybe
had
it
a
was
lot of.
better to not tell anybody and just do it.
Yeah, we will try that next week. Yeah,
You have to tune in next week because you don't even know where we're going to be.
that's true.
You know?
It was quite a bit of fun, though. A lot of stories tonight. I'll be. Yeah, I mean, so
Oh
this
my
is
God.
real life. I'm glad we didn't go into the police stuff. I'm glad we didn't do that. That's a whole nother kind of video.
Well, now we got to make it up to the house.
Yeah, we're fine. We got that. We just don't think about it. You get in, boom, you're home. But thanks guys for watching this. Whoever watches it later and anyone that stopped by. Um, you know, we appreciate it. We're just having
We
fun.
do.
We just like having a fire.
We appreciate every single view that we get and every subscriber
Yeah.
and even the trolls because they keep us humble, even though, praise God, we don't have a lot of them.
And if anybody sees this video and would like to have a topic to talk about next week,
Drop it down below.
yeah, let us know or just come on and we'll say yes or no. I mean, I brought up a topic that I had to say no to. I was like, police and cars, and I
Mm-mm.
said no, no, we're not doing
Well,
that.
next week we're going from Northern California down to Southern California, and that's scary enough.
Oh, I'm not worried.
You know.
But yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys next week. Please come back. You know, anybody that watches it, please come. And
Yeah. We'll
I
see
don't
you
know.
guys in the next one. I don't know if we're making a video this weekend because we're not really doing anything that exciting, but
We don't plan much anymore now. I don't work on cars as much, so she just shoves the phone in my face if I'm doing something funny or interesting. I
Yeah.
guess that's kind of how we do it.
Yeah.
So
If you have any ideas of what you'd like us to see or do,
yeah.
no.
I gotta close this. Make it safety.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Well, here we'll show them.
Oh, want to see the fire one more
Yeah.
time? All right. Look at it.
Oh,
Oh, it's so good.
Oh my God, it's so hot.
It's barely going.
Oh my God, it's like on
We
fire.
burned like no wood.
Great. That's because we have the door closed.
No, I don't know.
Okay, guys.
Bye.
Bye.